Hi guys, so today we are going to do a eyebrow tutorial, and I've been kind of holding off on doing one just because it's taken me a little while to get comfortable with doing my brows and finding products that I enjoy using. So now I actually kind of have some products that I really love and I'm feeling more comfortable with it. And I did have some friends asking for some tips and tricks on how I do my brows, so I figured I'll go ahead and do a video and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I have pretty much done all of my makeup. I'm sorry, my lighting, I feel like it's making me come off really orangey. Oh well, bear with me, I guess. But the products I'm going to be using today is a lot from Milani, NYX, and then some from e.l.f. So what I like to do is I have like a regular spoolie brush, but I cannot find it. I've like lost two items that I typically use. I haven't lost them, I've misplaced them, and it's aggravating. Anyway, so I take the spoolie brush. Let me get my little mirror. I like to take my spoolie brush. We'll zoom in. And I just like to brush through my brows, okay? Because usually when I put my makeup on, I get foundation on my brows, and then they, you know. So when I brush them, I like to brush upwards. You don't want your brow hairs going down. You want them to go up. You want to give a lifted look to your brows. And first thing is a reminder, a lot of people have heard this, but your brows are not twins, they are sisters. So they are not going to be perfect unless you like use a stencil or something, which is a cool idea. It's a great concept, but it doesn't look very natural to me. So I am not a very, I'm not a perfectionist. So if you're looking for a perfectionist, you're at the wrong channel, because that's not me. I like things to look really good, but I am not going to kill myself over trying to get it just exactly right. I like to be happy, so I'm not, you know, whatever. Anyways, so I recently found this at my Walgreens. Walgreens has broken my heart. They've quit, at least the ones here in Idaho, they've quit carrying Milani. And it's a shame because they were like my go-to place. I have other stores who carry Milani, but they don't get like the brand new items. So it's a shame. Anyway, so Walgreens was clearancing out their Milani, and I've been wanting this forever, and I finally got it. It was only like $1 something on clearance. I'm like, okay, I gotta try it. So I picked it up. Fell in love with it. Holy cow, love it. And this is the Brow Fix Brow Kit. And it is in dark. Alright. You've got more of a like red brown shade and then more of a taupey brown. And then it's pretty nice. They've got like a little highlight shade. I honestly don't use that at all because I really just haven't messed with it. It actually might be a really pretty like eyeshadow shade. It's too dark for it to be a highlight on me. So anyways, and then it comes with like a little sponge tip applicator. It has a little angled brush, which I do use. I find it very useful. And then they come with some decent little tweezers. I use those today, not too shabby. And then it also has like a little mirror. And this is in their, you know, their regular line, so this isn't going to disappear anytime soon. And they also have what I use to brush my brows with is the Milani Easy Brow. It's their automatic pencil. It's got spoolie end, and then that, I don't know, I'm not trying to do a product review. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so what I like to do after brushing through my brows, I take this reddish brown and I take it from the middle all the way down the tail of my brow, okay? And I'm using, this is just a little angled liner brush from e.l.f. Well, just a small liner brush or angled brush. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that product, tap it off because I don't want any excess falling out everywhere, okay? And let's zoom in a little more. My brow is going crazy. Okay, so I like to start right here at the bottom. And just kind of brush upwards and just make really small strokes. Get some more product. So I kind of like to fill in a little bit. And I like bigger brows, okay? I've naturally got pretty prominent, you know, very big brows. I get that from my dad. Thank you, Dad. But anyways, and I'm a huge fan of big brows. You know, I think of like Lily Collins, Audrey Hepburn, gorgeous, gorgeous women. And to me, big brows are youthful looking. They add character to the face. And I just think if they're done right, they look awesome. They have to be well groomed though. And you know, you have to put some time and effort into them, I feel like. Okay, so I'm going to take this and go down my tail a little bit. And from the middle to the tail, I like it to be the darkest of my brows, okay? It looks a lot more natural that way. All right, so I've got that done. Now I'm going to go in with this taupe brown down here. And I'm going to use this for the front half of my brow. And I also like to take the taupe into the more red brown just to help kind of blend it. And also when I tweeze my brows, I'll get, you know, like sparse little hairs out here. And as long as it's not creating like this unibrow effect, I like to leave them because when I do fill in my brows, I do like them. Not a lot of people like this, but I do like to have a little bit of brow hair just slightly peeking up because then that gives you an even more natural look. Okay, so I have that all filled in how I like to do it. I'm going to go ahead and quickly go through my other brow, and I'll do kind of a high-speed version of that for you. Okay, so now that I have it finished, as you can see, this brow is near perfect to me. This one, I do have a few spots that I struggle with. I'll go ahead and go back in with a little bit more. Okay, So for me, that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna leave that alone. Now to set my brows, I used to fill in my brows. Sorry, let me zoom out a little. Okay, so I used to set or fill my brows in all the time with this NYX eyebrow gel. This stuff rocks, guys. I love it, love it, love it. But I quit filling in my brows with it because I felt like it looked good, but it didn't look very natural. So I kind of put this on the side and started using the powders again. And, but I still really love this. This one is in chocolate. It's waterproof. It, like, once you put it on, girl, it ain't going nowhere. Like, I will put a little, like, when I go to, it's a little squeezy tube, I put a little on my hand. This goes such a long ways too. It will last you forever. I put just a tiny little dollop on there. And I'll use it all up, but that thing stains your hands. So if you want your hands to look really good for some event, don't put this on your hand, okay? Find a paper plate or something. So anyways, I'm going to take some of this brow gel and I'm going to set the middle to tail, okay? So the reason why I'm going to use this one over the clear brow gel, which I'll use on the middle to front, is because it's going to deepen and darken it up also. And I find that the hairs in my tail, they seem to fly more. Like right here at the very end, they'll like lift up and it looks really weird and terrible. I know people probably don't notice it, but I do, and it drives me crazy. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that gel. Okay. I'm going to first go down the tail and be very, very like, be really sparing with it. Is that the right word? Don't use a whole lot because, oh my gosh, it goes such a long ways. Okay. And we want it to look, you know, it's not going to obviously look natural, but we want it to look as natural as possible. Wow, looking good. Okay, so I have as much as I want there on the tail. The rest of my brow I'm going to use clear brow gel, but I'm going to do the other side really fast. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm going to be, typically I use the L'Oreal Brow Stylist, I think is what it is. Anyways, it is a brow gel. It's tinted and it does actually have like fibers in it to help bulk up your your eyebrows. So they'll look plumper and fuller, which isn't an issue for me, but it's kind of nice for when you go just run into the store and you just want to slap something on really fast. That is a great product. But I misplaced it. Like I seriously had it in the pile of things to use and I don't know where it went. So I'm a little upset about it. Anyways, this works just as well too. This is a wet gloss. It is a lash and brow mascara. I use both sides. It's not a huge deal for me. But it does keep them in place. It isn't probably like the best heavy duty product there is out there, but it is only $1, so it gets the job done. Not too bad. So I'm just going to lightly brush that through my brows. Okay, so now that I have the actual brows done, there is an extra step that I do for my eye makeup look. And that is when I highlight. Where did I put it? Okay, I'm back. So I like to do a highlight under my eye. I know a lot of makeup artists and stuff, they use concealers and whatever, but I actually picked up quite a while ago the NYX Wonder Pen and it is in light, I believe, yeah. And it is just like a universal light pen or pencil. You can use it in your waterline to help open and waken your eye up. I mean, it's a multi-purpose pencil, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I like to use it to highlight and accentuate my eyebrows. So what I like to do is I take this pencil and then I just, this is not going to be super neat, okay, because we're going to blend it in. But I just like to draw right under my brow. Woo! Looks good, huh? And then I'll take just a little bit right on the arch on top. Need to sharpen this bad boy. I feel like everything's gone missing because I went out of town and now I'm trying to get back into the swing of things and not quite working out. Okay, so I'm just going to take my finger and just really carefully blend it, okay? You don't want to ruin your shadow or anything, but you just take your finger and just kind of work it in there a little bit. I think the reason why I like to use the pencil over concealer is because I feel like I have more control over it when I'm blending it in, because the pencil is harder to blend in. It's very, you know, thick and dense and stuff, so it does take extra time and effort, but I would rather take the time and effort than mess all my, you know, eyeshadow up. So now that we have the pencil blended in a little bit, I'm going to take a highlighter color. I like to take a matte, like a cream or a white shade. This is just from the e.l.f. 100 palette. I'm taking a white and a matte creamy beigey color. I'm just going to take that right over the pencil. And then if you need to, take in your shadow brush and just blend it in that way. Okay, so now that you have your shadow and stuff blended in, that's all I do. I hope that this was helpful to you guys if you're trying to figure out how to do your brows. It just takes a lot of practice. Some people may not enjoy the way I do my brows, but I'm finally happy with the way they look, and I'm only going to get better at them. So who knows, in a couple of months I may do an updated version of it after I keep getting better. So anyways, I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.